Alrighty, folks, I have to tell you about a very exciting event coming up at the end of September. You've heard me say before that this is the best time to buy real estate in the last decade. Well, you know what? Dana from Hemlane said, we got to talk about that. I want to ask you some questions. We need to share this with the world. So she is putting together an event at the end of the month that we're going to go into this deep, and you can register and be there for the conversation. Dana, thank you for doing this. It's going to take a lot of work from your team to make happen, but I think it's an exciting event to be at.
I definitely agree. One of the things I love about the topic is that with interest rates where they are, with housing where it is, I think in 2 to 3 years, it won't be that same great time to purchase. We could talk about where we expect rates to go, where we expect home prices to go, but I really do believe now is that time, based on what I'm seeing with home prices being cut or just not enough. They're on market, especially if you're buying like a duplex or a fourplex and the seller has to sell, but there's just not as many investors out there and they're not giving these disrespectful offers that you recommend to do. And we can talk about that during the event. But it's going to be a really exciting time, I think, because hopefully you walk away from it and say, Q4 is going to pick up for us or for me. I need to go ahead and purchase a property. It will be my Christmas holiday present by the end of the year. And make sure that you have a goal and a plan in place to increase your real estate investment portfolio, whether you have zero or you have a couple of properties. Really get back into doing the work. And so I'm really excited, Michael. You're the expert also with it. So we're going to talk about data. We're going to show trends, all of that. Just to kind of back up what we're talking about, and then also just give you the playbook of how to do it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the important part because, again, we're going to show data that really backs up this discussion about why right now is the best time I've seen in the last 10 to 12 years. We're going to give you action steps, what you should be doing, because, again, not all markets are the same, right? We're going to talk about the country, but you, the investor watching this, should be thinking about your buy box. But we're going to talk about how do you look at it. Is my buy box right for this, or is it still a very much seller's market? So we're going to give you some stats and some data that you could use to drive into this. And then, of course, Dana, you're going to come in and show how Hemlane could really help a mom and pop landlord, because that's really where this changes, right? I can only help
Yeah.
you get a great deal, but you're going to help them run a great deal for decades. And that's really where you find the cash flow and the return is in that aspect.
Yeah, and that's where you can look outside of the market you thought you needed to be in and potentially open that up. And so I love A/B testing, coming
Mhm.
from math, coming from a science background. I love looking at, hey, what does this market look like versus this market? And you're not going to know until you're looking at properties every day. But what our goal is on the operating side is to help make that easier, that
Mhm.
you don't have to move to that market in order to manage your real estate.
Yeah, one of the things that's been very clear from you participating in one rental at a time for multiple years, so thank you for that, is we're seeing more and more investors invest out of state with the tools and the platform that Hemlane gets them. Because again, you're focused on not only kind of the tracking and all of that, but really the communication between the landlord and the repair person and the tenant. So you've really dove in and solved the hard problems and made out of state management, frankly, easier for lots of folks. And there's plenty of people in the community that celebrate Hemlane. So it'll be fun to kind of tie all these things together.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. And then, Michael, where I think you'll really kick in as well with some knowledge on, just because you have such a wealth of knowledge from going from 0 to 200 plus rentals, it is financing as well and
Mhm.
how to think about that. And if you have a W 2, why that is an advantage when you're
Yes.
purchasing properties. And so, I think everything from why is now the best time to how to go about it, not only on the operations side, but also just the tactical side of loans and lending. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, when I think about who needs to be at this event, again, it's a free event. If we haven't said that already, it's a free event. Again, there will be a link in the description for you to register. If you've had any interest in real estate as an investor or even a home buyer, you need to be there. If you are somebody that's scared and watching all the doomers, you need to be there. Because even if you disagree with me, at least you can get the other side of the equation. You could get out of your echo chamber and see somebody who passionately believes in what he's saying And then just ask yourself, did I make a good case or not? And if you don't like what I said, no hard feelings. But at the end of the day, the people that are more balanced, that have input from both sides, will make the best decisions. I think in today's world with AI algorithms feeding you what you're already watching, it is so easy to get lost in an echo chamber of doom that you don't look
Yeah.
up, and pretty soon you realize you're broke and you missed the opportunity.
Yeah, no, I love that. I couldn't agree more with that. I'm so really excited, Michael. I think this is our first event, live webinar event that we've done together. So I
It
look
will be,
forward to
yeah.
going back and forth on it as well.
Yeah, and again, it will be a co-presentation between One Rental at a Time and Himlane. We'll be doing this together. Do you remember the date and time for this event?
I should have that up. Let me go ahead and get that for you. I know it's at the end of September. I
I
want to
think
say
it's September 30th at 10
yeah,
a.m.
it's either September 30th or 28th, but check the show notes because we'll go ahead and get that
Yeah.
over to you
Yeah, we'll put it in the notes.
for it.
And again,
Yeah,
it's
yes, yes, yes.
yes.
Oh,
Yes. So
I
we'll
know
put
it's
it below.
September 30th. You're right, September 30th at 10 a.m. Pacific.
10 a.m. Pacific. Again, folks, link in the description. Be there. It's free. And again, we'll be able to put comments or whatnot in, and we'll be able to react to some of those. Again, at the end of the day, what we are going to be talking about is why today is the best time to buy real estate in the last 10 years. Lots of reasons for that. We're also going to talk about operations, looking at other markets. Dana, any closing thoughts?
Go ahead, and if you're wondering how to register, there's going to be a link at the bottom of this. Again, it's a free event. Register anyway, even if you think you can't make it, because if you do register, you will get the recording afterwards.
Oh, very nice. You will get the recording. Oh, I like that. I like that. So again, folks, even if you can't make September 30th, 10 a.m., register now so you can get the link sent to you after, and you can watch it at your leisure. Again, why is today the best time to buy real estate in the last decade? Lots of you are cringing at that comment. Watch the video. See what I have to say. See if it makes sense. Dana, thank you for doing this. Amazing work by the team. Take care.
Thanks for having me.